Hello students, welcome back to Genesis Coaching Institute. Today we will discuss our next questions from 131 to 150 of the botany section of the NEET paper that came in 17th January of this year. So this will be our part 2 of our question solving video. So let's start our video. So question number 131. What will be the question number 131? It is saying that given below the two statements, statement 1 is saying decomposition is a process in which the detritus is degraded into simpler substances by microgen. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Decomposition, it is a process in which the complex molecule will get converted into simpler molecule by the microbes. For example, the decomposition of any dead elements. After some days, the body of the dead element get mixed up with the soil with the help of the detritus or some microorganisms. So statement 1 is correct. Statement number 2, decomposition is faster even the detritus is rich in lignin and chitin. This is wrong because you see decomposition will be slow if the organism cell contains lignin and chitin. It will take place. Lignin and chitin is present in the cell wall of fungi. Are getting my point? And these are very complex protein, very complex carbohydrate. You can also say. So it is very. It will take time. So it is not fast. So statement number 2 is wrong, but statement 1 is correct. So your answer will be option number 2. Statement 1 is correct and statement is incorrect. So question number 131, answer will be 2. Next question number 132, which one of the following produces nitrogen fixing nodules on the roots of the ulnus? Which one of the following? The option is given. Option number 1, Frankia. Option number 2, Rhodospiralium. Option number 3, Veganica. Option number 4, Rhizodium. What is the question? Question is saying which one of the following produces nitrogen fixing nodules on the roots of the ulnus? Ulnus is the name of the plants. Ulnus is the name of the plant. Among the four organisms, microorganisms, which one will be present in the roots of the ulnus to fix nitrogen? Is it Frankia? Is it Rhodospiralium, Veganica, or Rhizodium? You see, answer will be the Frankia. Answer will be Frankia. Because Rhodospiralium, it is found in mycorrhiza. Rhodospiralium. I'm getting a point. Veganica will be found in what you can say. They are also nitrogen fixers. They are aerobic nitrogen fixers. They will fix nitrogen in the presence of oxygen. Veganica and Rhodospiralium. Rhodospiralium you will find the leguminous plants. Legumes. Let's say legumes. They are found in the roots of legumes. So getting the point? Rhodospiralium is also a gram-negative bacteria. So not only we are solving the questions, we are also explaining why particular option is correct and particular option is wrong. Along with that, we are also providing extra information. So I think this video will be very helpful for you. So answer will be option number 1. Question number 132. Option number 1. Question number 133. Exoskeleton of arthropods is composed of, what are the same? Option number 1, cellulose. Option number 1, cellulose. Option number 2, chitin. Option number 3, glucosamine. And option number 4, cutin. So exoskeleton of arthropods. Arthropod means insect. So their exoskeleton, their outer cover, consists of one special protein. What is it? Is it cellulose? No, because cellulose is present in plant cell walls. Chitin? Yes, it is chitin. Glucosamine? It is present in the cell wall of bacteria. Cutin will be the deposited in the leaf of plants. They are found in the cell wall of plants. This is the leaf of mesophil. How I can write? Cell wall of leaf. You can see mesophil cells. Leaf. Okay. So chitin is found in the exoskeleton, that is the outer covering of the insect, which is very hard. So chitin. Answer will be option number 2. Question number 133. Option number 2 is the correct answer. Question number 134. XO type of sex determination can be found in XO. Okay. So XO type it is found in option number A, birds. Option number B, grasshoppers. number C, monkeys, and option number D, Drosophila. So exotype of sex determination is found in where? Exotype of sex determination is found in birds. It will be a ZZZW, no? ZZZW. In monkeys it will be XXXY because monkeys are like us. So we have a sex determination XXXY, XY type of sex determination here. The monkeys will be the same thing. Drosophila also like this. So answer is grasshopper. In grasshopper you will find XO type of sex determination. Question number 1. So answer will be option number 2. Question number 125. In old trees, the greater part of secondary xylem is dark brown and resistant to insect attack due to. Yes, in old trees, the what you can say, the greater part of the secondary xylem. The secondary xylem is dark brown and it is resistant to insect. Insect cannot go inside and insect cannot go inside the cell of the plants and it cannot cause any infection. So because they have some kind of deposition in the secondary xylem of the big plants. Are you getting my point? So what are these particular things? Option number 1 is saying secretion of secondary metabolites and their deposition in the lumen of vessels. Option number B, deposition of organic compounds like tannins, resins in the central layers of stem. Option number C, deposition of suberin and aromatic substances in the outer layer of stem. Option number D, deposition of tannins and gums, resins and aromatic substances in the peripheral layers of stem. Option number E, presence of parenchyma cells, functionally active xylem elements and essential oils. So among the 5 options, which one is correct? You need to select. So what is option number A saying? Option number A is saying that there will be a deposition of secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites. You know now what is secondary metabolites? There is one table in class 11 book. Okay, you can see secondary metabolites in biomolecular chapter. Secondary metabolites, all the names are given in one table. Very important secondary metabolites. Number B, they are saying that deposition of organic matter like tannins, then resins. Okay, in the central layer. In the central layer of stem. Option number C is saying that there will be a deposition of suberin, aromatic substance, in outer layer of stem. Okay. Option number, this is C. Option number D is saying there will be a deposition of tannins, gums, resins, then aromatic compound, aromatic substance in the peripheral layer. Option number D is saying there will be a deposition of parenchyma cells, xylem elements and essential oils. So the secondary xylem becomes hard and it becomes woody due to the deposition of what? Secondary metabolites, tannins and resins, suberin, aromatic substances on the outer layer of the stem, or tannins, gums, resin on the peripheral layer of the stem. Are you getting my point? Then where is the central? Tannins and resin in the central layer of stem, suberin and aromatic substance on the outer layer of stem, tannins, gums, resin, aromatic substance in the boundary of the stem cells, or it is due to the deposition of parenchyma, xylem elements or essential oils in the cell walls. What is the correct answer? Why the secondary xylem becomes so hard and insect cannot go inside? It is due to the deposition of secondary metabolites and due to the deposition of tannins and resins in the central layer of cell. You getting my point? So answer will be secondary metabolites are many. Okay. So option number A and B will be the correct answer. Due to the deposition of tannin, resins and secondary metabolites. So answer will be option number A and B. That is answer will be option number 4 options are given. C and D. Option number 1 C and D. Option number 2 D and E. Option number 3 B and D. Option number 4 A and B. Answer will be option number 4 A and B. Now question number 126. You have to match metacentric. We have to match. Okay. So 4 types of chromosomes are given: metacentric, submetacentric. Number C, ectocentric. Number D, okay, this one will be option number B. So this is option number B. Ectocentric is given option number B. Option number C is submetacentric. Option number D, telocentric. If you know that this type of what are these are the type of chromosome. How these are classified, if you know, then you can find out the answer very nice. So first of all, metacentric. Metacentric means suppose this chromosome where the centromere is located in the center. Centromere will be at the center. This is a centromere. Centromere will be at the center. It will produce equal arms. Ectocentric. Acha, let me discuss submetacentric. In submetacentric, centromere will be little bit away from the center. Like this. As a result, there will be one will be long arm and another will be little bit short. Okay. Ectocentric means centromere is quite far from the center. As a result, one will be long arm, another one will be short arm. Okay. Then telocentric. Telocentric means centromere is at the terminal region, at the terminal part of the chromosome. At the terminal part. Centromere is far away. As a result, one arm will be very long and one arm will be very short. So, if you know this thing, then definitely you can find out the answer. The answer will be option number 4. Then question number 126, option number 4. Question number 127. The entire fleet of buses in Delhi were converted to CNG. Why the entire fleet of the buses in Delhi are converted to CNG, compressed natural gas, from diesel? In reference to this, which one of the following statement is false? Okay, you need to find out the incorrect statement. Number 1 statement: the same diesel engine is used in CNG buses, making the cost of conversion low. So means for CNG, for compressed natural gas, and for petrol, or means for diesel, no? For diesel. Earlier it was diesel, in the bus were running on diesel. That means earlier the bus were running on diesel. That means they have a diesel engine. But now they have shifted to the CNG. But they are using the same diesel engine. Is it correct? No, it is wrong. Okay. You need to find out the incorrect statement to answer the option number 1. Still, let us see what are the other options given. Question number 2: it is cheaper than diesel. Yes, it is cheaper than diesel. So it is true. You need to find out the false, incorrect statement. So option number 2 is correct. Option number 3: it cannot be adulterated like diesel. Yes, it is correct. It cannot be adulterated. It cannot be mixed up. Question number 4: CNG burns more efficiently than diesel. Yes, diesel burns the hydrocarbon incompletely, but CNG burns the hydrocarbon completely. So option number 2, 3, 4 are correct. You need to find out the incorrect answer. Option number 1 is the incorrect answer. Your answer will be option number 1, 137. Now question number 138. Question number 138. Read the following statements on lipids and find out the correct set of statements. Okay. So about lipids, plasma membrane lipids. So what is it saying? Option number A: lecithin found in the plasma membrane is a glycolipid. You need to find out the correct statement. This is wrong, because in the plasma membrane, yes, in the plasma membrane lipid is found. Lecithin is a phospholipid. Lecithin is phospholipid. So option number 1 is wrong. Option number 2: saturated fatty acid possess one or more carbon-carbon means carbon-carbon bond. One or more carbon bond. It is saying. You need to find out the correct statement. Are you getting the point? Saturated fatty acid possess one or more. Not. It is not correct, because saturated fatty acids one or double commuter motor. Option number C, gingerly oil has lower melting point, hence remains as oil in winter. Yes, oil remains liquid in winter because they have a low melting point. So option number C is correct. Oils, any oils, gingerly oil or mustard oil or anything, they remain oil in liquid form in winter because their melting point is low. You getting my point? That's why their melting point is low, because they are liquid in winter. So option number 3 is correct. Option number 4. Option number D. Liquids are generally insoluble in water but soluble in some organic solvents. It is correct? Yes, like acetone, like ether. Number 4 option, that is D. It is also correct. Then lipids are soluble with ether. Lipids are soluble in ether. Then what you can say? I forgot. I just said ether. Then acetone. In this is lipids are soluble. Then option number E. When fatty acids is acidified, glycerol monoglycerides are produced. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. When acidification is done to fatty acid, acidification, when fatty acids are acidified with glycerol, then you will find the monoglyceraldehyde, diglyceraldehyde, triglyceraldehyde. So this is correct. The answer will be option number B, C, D will be correct. No? B, C, D. So B, C, D is given in option number 2. Okay, no way. A, B, no, it will be A. This one is for B. This one is for C. This one is D. And this one is E. This C, D, E are correct. A and B are wrong. So answer will be option number 2. C, D, E. 138, option number 2. Now question number 139. 139. The anatomy of the spring wood. The anatomy of the spring wood shows some peculiar features. Identify the correct set of statements about spring wood. Okay. Spring wood, you need to find out about the correct characteristics of a spring wood. There is a two type of wood, you know, na? Late wood, early wood and late wood, spring wood and autumn wood. So in spring wood, 4 options are given, 4 characteristics. Option number A, it is called as the early wood. Yes, it is correct. Spring wood is known as the early wood. Yes, it is correct. So option number A is correct. Spring wood is known as early wood. Option number B, in spring season, cambium produces xylem elements with narrow elements. In spring season, cambium produces xylem elements with narrow elements. No, it is wrong. Because in spring season, cambium produces large cavities of xylem. Getting my point? So option number B, they are saying that it will produce narrow vessels. No, it will produce large vessels and it will be large vessels with large cavities. Option number C is saying that spring wood, what we are discussing? We are discussing about spring wood. So spring wood is known as the early wood. They are saying spring wood is known as the early wood. So it is correct. Option number B, they are saying spring wood has narrow. No, it is wrong because correct answer is spring wood with this. Option number C, it is lighter in color. Yes, they are lighter in color. It is correct. They are lighter in color. Yes, it is correct. Option number D, the spring wood along with the autumn wood shows alternate concentric knot from annual rings. Yes, two types of rings are produced in a wood. Suppose this is a wood, there are rings. No, two types of rings you can observe. One is a early wood, that is a spring wood. Another one is late. So you will see some rings. So in 1 year, 2 rings will be produced. One will be spring wood, another will be late. So you can count the age of a tree by calculating the spring wood and late wood. In 1 year, there will be one spring wood and one late wood. One spring wood or one spring wood and one autumn wood. Autumn wood means spring wood and one will be autumn wood. Spring wood is known as the early wood and autumn wood known as the late wood. So in 1 year There will be one spring wood and one bottom wood. So the number of rings present in a wood, by calculating it, you can determine the age of it. So they are saying, and this spring wood and bottom wood together therefore produce the rings, and this rings is known as annual ring. Annual ring. By calculating the annual ring, you can determine the age of it. Are you getting my point? So this is correct. So option number D is also correct. Option number E is saying that it has lower density. It has lower density. Spring wood is lower density. Obviously, it has lower density because it is like that, no? So it will be a lower density. So option number C is correct, D is correct, E is correct, A is also correct. A, C, D, E is correct. So answer will be number B is wrong. Correct statement is this one. Spring wood produce large xylem vessels with cavities. They are saying that spring wood produce narrow xylem vessels. Okay, so it is wrong. So B is wrong. A, C, D, E is correct. Option number 1 will be correct. Question number 139. Question number 139. Answer will be 1. Question number 140. In question number 140, what is given? A statement is given. Two statements are given. Assertion and yes, two assertion and one results are given. Let us see. Sorry, one assertion and one is given. So you see what is the assertion? Mendel's law of independent assortment doesn't hold good for the genes that are located closely on the same chromosomes. Yes. Whatever the Mendel experiment has been done, whatever the Mendel has said, that gene or factors will get segregated at the time of the gamete formation. All the genes, allele will get segregated at the time of the gamete formation. Yes, it is correct. But only for the pea plants. Exceptions are there. For example, linked genes. There are some genes which will not migrate. If they means they will migrate, if they will means segregate. I'm sorry. If they segregate, then they will segregate together. So those genes are known as the linked genes. So Mendel's law of independent assortment doesn't hold good. Yes. So Mendel is wrong in this aspect. For linked genes, Mendel is wrong. Because linked genes doesn't segregate at the time of what you can say at the time of segregation. If they go, then they will go together. If they don't go, they will remain together. So Mendel is wrong with respect of the linked genes concept. So assertion is correct. Reason: closely located genes assort independently. Closely assorted genes assort independently. Is it correct? No, I don't think so, because we have not in linkage. Suppose linked genes always lie close to each other. So reason is wrong. Assertion is correct. What is the assertion saying? That Mendel is wrong with respect to linked genes. Yes. Assertion is correct because Mendel has said that the gene will segregate, but the linked genes, if they go, they will go together. If they don't go, they will not go. But reason is saying that these genes, you see, linked genes always stay close to each other, because if the distance between the linked gene is more, then if the possible occurs, then this allele may go. But the possible occurs, this allele may go. So to prevent this, the linked genes are always made close to each other. So they are saying closely located genes assort independently. Closely located genes cannot assort independently. Distantly located genes can assort independently. Can assort independently means can segregate independently. Either you come or not, but I will do. So this is getting my point. So assertion is correct, but reason is correct. So answer will be option number 2. Question number 140, option number 2. Question number 141. I'm sorry. This one is question number 141. Sorry. Question number 141, option number 2. Okay, 140 is remaining. Transposons can be used during which one of the following? Transposons, jumping genes. Transposons are also known as the jumping genes. It is used for which one of the following? What is the option given? Gene silencing, autoradiography, gene sequencing, polymerase chain reaction. So answer will be 1. Transposons can be used for option number A, gene silencing. Option number B, autoradiography. Option number C, gene sequencing. Option number D, PCR. Autoradiography is used in gel electrophoresis. To detect the to detect the DNA fragments. When the UV radiation will fall, UV radiation will fall on the fragments, then orange color we will get. So this is this technique where the orange gel, where the DNA fragments are there. When the UV radiation will fall, this process is known as autoreactor. So it is used for gel electrophoresis. Gene sequencing is used for given genome project or any genome project. PCR is polymerase chain reaction where the amplification of DNA is done. Where the amplification of DNA is done. So they are saying transposomes. Transposomes are used in gene silencing. So question number 142, option number 1 also. Gene silencing. Now question number 141 is done. 142. In the following palindromic bases sequences DNA, which one can be cut easily? Which one can be cut easily by particular restriction engine? So you will, I think all of us know that restriction engine can't any palindromic sequences. Can't delete the palindromic sequences. So number 1, palindromic sequences means like N, A, D, A, and Bernard, or you see, or Mariana. M, A, L, A, Y, A, M. If you go in this way or in this way, you will find the same exact words. M, A, M, A, D. M, A, D, A, L, M, A, D, A, L. Same. M, A, L, M, A. Wait. This one. M, A, D, A, L, M, A, D, A, L. Getting my point? So 4 options are given, 4 sequences are given. You can see the sequences here. 4 sequences are given. So I am not writing all the sequences. Answer will be, you see, 5 prime, G, A, Y. Answer will be option number 1. Why it is A? I am saying you. I am telling, okay, why it is A? So you see. This is the 5 prime to 3 prime, this is the 3 prime to 5 prime. So 3 prime, if I kept here, this is the 1 prime semicolon is there. So, okay, this is C, huh? GAAPTC. In 1 fragment, GAAPTC. Another fragment. So this is 5 prime, 3 prime, then 3 prime, 5 prime. 3 prime will come here. So 3 prime, what is this? C, T, T, A, G, and 5 prime. Now you see, this one came here. So GAAPTC. If you go in this way, you are getting the same sequences. If you go in this segment, you are getting the same sequence. So this is the palindromic sequences. If you go from this side, same. If you go from this side, also same. So restriction engine will cut in this type of sequences. Getting my point? So answer will be option number 1. In all the other options that is given, it is something is wrong. That's why answer will be question number 152. Answer will be option number 1. Now question number 143. Which one of the following will accelerate phosphorus cycle? Phosphorus is present in rocks, and in rocks there are some other things also where the phosphorus is present. And most of the time, phosphorus comes from the rocks. What you can say, weathering of the rocks. Okay. So answer will be weathering of rocks. What it is given? Volcanic activity? No. Question number 2. Option number 1 is volcanic activity. Option number 2 is weathering of rocks. Option number 3 is rainfall and hailstorms. Option number 4, burning of fossil fuels. From burning of fossil fuels, what we get? Carbon monoxide, then sulfur dioxide. Yes, carbon monoxide you can say. So answer will be the weathering of rocks. Okay. So option number 2 is the correct answer. Question number 144. Question number 144. You need to match. Okay. We need to match here. What is saying? Match the following: Spirogyra. Option number A, Spirogyra. Option number B, Fern. Number C, Funaria. D, Cycas. So you see, it is given in the list 1 and in the list 2. It is given in list 2. Dominant stage is 4 or 5. Number 1. Number 2 is given dominant stage is haploid. Dominant stage is 4 or 5 means it is haploid. Option number 3. In period they are given dominant stage is 4 or 5. And number 4 they are given dominant haploid. There is some other information also given, but I am writing only those information with the help of which you can solve. Getting my point? So what is the answer? Answer will be A will be 2. Spiragram will be dominant haploid stage. We know. Spiragram is a green enemy. Spiragram is a green enemy. Getting my point? So they have a haploid body, dominant haploid body. They are dominant in their life cycle. The dominant phase is haploid. Okay. So spiragram will be haploid. Then next will be your fern. In fern is a teratophyta. Uncle, fern is a teratophyta. Teratophyte. So dominant phase we know that teratophyte is dominant for 5. So A will be 1, A will be 2, A will be 2, B will be 3. Okay. Next Funaria, no. Next Funaria. Funaria is also coming. What you can say? Funaria will come in brachyphytes. Brachyphytes, mosses, liverworts. So Funaria will have. We know that brachyphytes are dominant haploid. So C will be 4. Then what is remaining? Cycas. No. Then cycas will be cycas. No. D. Cycas. What is there? Sina. Dominant haploid. This one. So D will be 1. Cycas. Cycas is a gymnosperm. So their dominance is gymnosperm. You know. Dominance is what? Dominance is type of spore. So answer will be this one. So answer will be A2, B3, C4, D1. So among the following option, which one is the correct? 1. Option number 1. Question number 144. Option number 1. So question number 145. Question number 145. While explaining there is a relation between two species. While explaining interspecific interaction of population, plus sign is assigned for the beneficial and minus. We know that plus sign is for beneficial, minus sign is for harmful. Okay. And zero sign is for the neutral. So, which of the following interaction can be assigned for one species minus and the other species involved? Plus and minus. Plus and minus relation we define. Plus and minus. Okay. So you see. One species will have beneficial effect, plus sign, another one is minus. One species has negative effect, negative minus. So number option A is given what? Commensalism. Commensalism. Option number B is given commensalism. C is given competition. 4 is given nutrition. So in commensalism, so you need to find out in these four interactions. One interaction where one will be benefited and one is harmed. In commensalism, one is destroyed. One is either destroyed, one species is totally destroyed, and another species will be neither affected nor harmed. Getting my point? Unaffected. In commensalism, option number B, commensalism, yes. Commensalism, one will be beneficial and another one is unaffected. In commensalism, one will be totally destroyed, one species will be destroyed, and one will be unaffected. Neither there is any benefit for him, neither there is any loss. So that type of interaction is known as commensalism. Commensalism, you will find one species will have some benefits. Another species will have neither affected means it is not affected. There is neither loss nor gain. Option number C, competition. Competition means it is a different term. Competition means there is a competition between two species. We need to find out the interaction. Predation, like tiger and deer. One will be benefited and another will be negated, like deer. There is a loss for deer, so it will be minus, and there is a gain for tiger. He has got its food, so he has got his food now. So tiger will have the positive or beneficial effect. Deer will be. The answer is option number 4. Question number 144. Question number 146. Addition of more solutes in a given solution will be, if you add more solutes in a particular liquid, it will become what? Water potential will become less. Pure water, where there is no solute, the water potential is high. If you add solute, water potential will be less. So addition of more solutes, the solution will be what? Lower its water potential, make its water potential 0, not affected the water potential at all, or raise its water potential. If we add solutes, then water potential will be less. Option number 1, lower its water potential. Question number 146, option number 147. Which part of the food labeled in the diagram makes it a false food? We know that false food develops from thalamus. What was the name? Thalamus. So option 1 is given endocarp. Forget about the diagram. Option number 2 is given thalamus. Option number 3 is given seed, and option number 4 is given mesocarp. Yes, mesocarp. So we know that false food develops from thalamus. So direct answer is option number 2. Question number 147. Answer is option number 2. Now question number 148. Which one of the following occurs due to the presence of autosomal linked dominant trait? 4 options are given. Number 1, 4 diseases are given. We need to find out which one is the autosomal linked dominant. Autosomal linked dominant, myasthenic dystrophy, myotonic dystrophy. Number 2, hemophilia. Number 3, thalassemia. Number 4, sickle cell anemia. So myotonic dystrophy, no. So myotonic dystrophy, hemophilia, thalassemia, and sickle cell anemia. No. So myotonic dystrophy will be autosomal dominant. Next is what? Hemophilia. Hemophilia will be forward. Wait. Hemophilia. Okay, sorry. Sexting. Okay, just a second. Sexting. Thalassemia will be autosomal recessive. We need to find out what? We need to find out autosomal linked dominant trait. Sickle cell anemia is also autosomal recessive. Thalassemia is autosomal recessive. Sickle cell anemia is also autosomal recessive. Hemophilia, sexting, myotonic, autosomal dominant. So we need to find out the autosomal dominant. The answer will be what? Option number 1. Option number 1 is the correct answer. Question number 148. Option number 1. And myotonic dystrophy, just extra information. Muscle weakness will occur here. Muscle weakness. And in sickle cell anemia, the hemoglobin hemoglobin and RBC will become sickle shape. Hemophilia, you know, Hillers disease. Next, question number 149. If a question number 148. Question number 149. If a geneticist uses a blind approach for sequencing the whole genome of an organism followed by an assignment of function to different segments, the methodology adopted by him is called. Okay. If a geneticist uses a blind approach for sequencing the whole genome of any organism, which technique a geneticist should perform? Which technique? Number 1, gene mapping. Number 2, express sequence text. Option number 3, bioinformatics. Option number 4, sequence annotation. Human Genome Project. how we have sequence. Can you remember? Answer will be sequence annotation. Getting my point? Express sequence text, we will use this. This is one, what you can say, one text. Okay, there is some sequence. But what is the process? What is the process that we will use for sequencing the genome of any organism? Sequence annotation, not gene. Next is bioinformatics. Bioinformatics is a branch of biology where the information will be stored in computers, where the computers are used. Okay, then answer will be option number 4, sequence annotation. Question number 149, option number 4. Question number 150. Last question of our botany part. Botany part, this is section A. What is the role of large bundle sheath cells found around the muscle bundles? I have told you. What is the role of muscular bundles? We have discussed in our earlier part. To increase the number of chloroplasts for the operation of Krebs cycle, to enable the plant to tolerate high temperature, to protect the muscular bundle from high light intensity, or to provide the site for photosynthetic pathway. Answer will be option number 1. You see, in C4 plants, they will have mesophyll cells, but surrounding the muscular bundles, C4 plants, surrounding the muscular bundles, they will develop. Suppose this is a muscular bundle, surrounding the muscular bundle, they will have some large cells which are the bundle sheath cells. Why is that present? Because already they have the bundle sheath cells. Number 1 reason. Sorry, already they have mesophyll cells. In mesophyll cells, they don't have Robinson enzyme. So these bundle sheath cells, here the number of chloroplasts will be to increase the chloroplast. Answer will be option number 1. Option number 150, option. Understood? So this will be the end of our today's part. We have completed our biology questions, all questions of biology. In my next video, I will explain you the all the solutions of the zoology questions that came in this NEET exam. So till then, I hope that this video will be beneficial for you. So till then, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.